24-37, 295. No tutties, no picks. He was sacked twice. Both sacks, by the way, were on the opening drive of the game. That is the only time this year that Bo Nix has been sacked more than once on a single drive. Again, credit to the Denver offensive line. But big number 10, Bo Nix, gets it done yesterday, and the Broncos defeat the Kansas City Chiefs 22-19. Andy, you know me. I'm going to go delving into the numbers and digging into the throwing charts and everything else when it comes to Bo Nix. You generally fly by the seat of your pants. What did the seat of your pants tell you about that performance from Bo Nix yesterday?
Look, the kid made the throws he needed to. Yeah. At the end of the game, he had the better game over Mahomes, despite Mahomes having the TD throw. He did not turn it over. He did not take sacks. He did everything Sean Payton described when he got in there. And again, he quieted his feet down. Now, the deep ball, at some point, I'd love for them to figure out the deep ball. We got another one of those run towards the receiver,
overthrows.
The overthrow because you're running towards the guy and chucking it for all you're worth. He had some weird angles on the Franklin, although the first one, Franklin, you got to dive and catch that, man. You're a pro receiver. It's part of the job. Okay, Bo could have put it on you a little bit better, but he put it in your area, and you got to catch it. You know what I mean? I thought Bo had a great look. Bo got him down there. Bo led the game-winning drive. Big third down where that thing could have got ugly. Long field goal could have been like a real kind of, squeaky bunghole time for what decision do you make? And instead, he gets you a first down. You don't have to worry about it. He gets a huge smack on the rear. He's a big reason why they won that thing.
Bo Nix yesterday had a clean pocket on 72.5% of his dropbacks, according to Next Gen. 273 of his 295 passing yards when not pressured. So yes, the pressure rate was not terribly high. He was pressured 11 times on 40 dropbacks, but also that's kind of what he gets on a weekly basis. He's one of the least pressured quarterbacks in the entire NFL. This offensive line, smack on the rear to the entire offensive line yet again. Just another outstanding game from the guys up front. Garrett Bowles has been magnificent this entire season. McGlinchey has been great. Quinn Miners.
I'd give him a little. He gets not quite as firm as Smack.
Who's that?
Quinn Miners. He had a couple problems with the All-Pro yesterday.
It's Chris Jones. What do you want him to do?
But you can't pitch a shutout on 3 plays. Got to get a hand on the guy.
I mean, Chris Jones is. I'm pretty sure Chris Jones is going to the Hall of Fame. That's
all right. That's fine.
That's a tough matchup.
Means Quinn Miners. Look, if I didn't expect to lead out of you, then I wouldn't care. I still expect to lead. Get in front of the guy a little bit.
Wow. Tough crowd over here.
And 69 jumped at the wrong time.
Well, of course he does.
Also, got a McFlinchy.
Also, poor Palczewski couldn't get his shoe back on.
Oh, I know. I was like, oh, no, they're going to have to call a timeout.
And then he got called for holding.
Yeah.
On the very play. Because he couldn't get his shoe on in time.
Our guy Palcho. We still love you, Palcho. That's all right. One rough play, it's all right.
What's weird about yesterday's game is by QBR, that was Bo's fourth worst game of the season by QBR.
What?
Yeah.
Did it feel like he was having a bad game?
Well, he didn't throw any touchdowns, which QBR tends to, value.
Yeah. Look, he managed it to a win, so I ain't complaining.
That's just it, Andy. That's what it looks like when he's good Bo. We have had a couple of weeks in a row of bad Bo. We got good Bo yesterday, and that's it. Is the game is managed? The game is not taking negative plays. The game is not making stupid mistakes. That's what it looks like when he is at his very best and hit the throws when they're there. And yesterday he made some big time throws. He made 2 throws yesterday. Well, one to Pat Bryant that was just an absolute, drop in the bucket. Good feet underneath him, made a perfect throw. And then the throw to Troy Franklin to put Will Lutz in very easily makeable field goal range. The symmetry of it being a 35-yard field goal was pretty incredible. Right? Pretty awesome. And he was able to get it done, which was great. Will Lutz, smack on the rear to Will Lutz, 5 field goals. I really like Will Lutz is going to be AFC Special Teams Player of the Week, and Jaquan McMillan's going to be AFC Defensive Player of the Week this week, right?
Well, you'd have to think so.
Yeah. 2 sacks and an interception yesterday for Jaquan McMillan. No one's ever done that in Broncos history, by the way.
How about that? They've had some pretty good DBs in this town.
Was the note that I heard right there. So that's a pretty good game out of him. But yeah, again, like, manage the game. He said it afterwards, like, know your defense is going to get it done, and then hit the throws when they are there. That's the good version of Bo Nix. With that guy out there that played yesterday against the Kansas City Chiefs, to your point, Andy, it just goes back to, like, you will be in a game with anybody. You will be in a game with anybody, and your defense will give you a chance to be able to win the football game.
Yeah, and you play the offense the way you played yesterday, and you're not going to give up. You're not going to screw the defense into not, basically wasting their effort.
Yep.
And frankly, let's be honest about it. That Kansas City defense played pretty good yesterday too. Pretty good. That is why I'm a little surprised. The QBR maybe needs to take into the quality of defense that you're playing, because I don't think that's the best defense they faced. I mean, I guess Houston. I can't say that. Houston was number one at the time. But when you're talking about, what were they, 5 or 6 in total defense there for Kansas City?
Yeah.
And they're a divisional opponent who knows you?
Yeah.
That's why I would say maybe his best game, despite not throwing a touchdown, because of what he was up against.